WHBC.com.
All right, it is a Thursday morning, and that means we need to do a little talking about the Cleveland Guardians. And this morning, we're going to do that with the Guardians' Bobby DiBiasio. Good morning, Bob. How are you today?
Good morning, Pam. Doing well. Wish we would have taken 2 out of 3 at Yankee Stadium instead of the other way around. You know, a trip to Fenway and Yankee Stadium, and we were so close to winning both series. When you win the opener of a 3-game set, you feel you have a pretty good chance to win your series and move on. And eerily similar to a year ago when we just weren't able to finish off those series wins. But we'll get there.
Yeah. I mean, so, what kind of things do you think need to happen? I mean, what are we looking at? Or is it just a little bit of something different every time?
Well, a little bit more of a whole team aspect and sense of getting a key hit here and there. Bullpen being a little bit more effective. It's funny. Emmanuel Clase is tied for the major league lead with 10 saves. And on this road trip, he had a couple hiccups. And that happens. That to me, I firmly believe that the closer's role is the most difficult thing in all of professional sports.
Yeah.
One pitch hangs the balance between winning and losing each and every night that you're out there 60, 70 times a year. And, your teammates battle for a few hours, and then one pitch, you ends up losing a game, and you have to keep your confidence and then walk into the clubhouse and things are quiet, no music playing.
Yeah.
And go home and have it eat at you. And then come back the next day with your confidence that you can get the job done. So I just think all aspects of that part of the game. But it's just as simple as, getting one other key base hit here and our bullpen being a little more sharp. We'll be fine.
Yeah, it also takes a little patience. It's only the first week in May, so we keep talking about that, but it's early. And we're moving into a series at home against the Twins, and 3 games back of the Twins right now. So it could all change with a sweep this weekend, right?
Well, these games actually start to mean a little bit more. In the past, we played them 18, 19 times. When you would see them 3 times at home and 3 times on the road. And now it's only 2 at home and 2 on the road. So the intensity of your divisional games have a lot more meaning. And this homestand, 6-game homestand, but against the Twins, Mr. Battenfield, rookie, gets a chance to face him on Friday night, and Logan Allen on Saturday, Cal Quantrill Sunday. And then the Tigers come to town for 3 Monday, Tuesday, day game on Wednesday. I'll say it again, day game on Wednesday. People love those 1:00 ball games in the afternoon. The sun is supposed to be shining.
It is, yeah.
This weekend, get into the 60s. So come on down to the ballpark. But the Tigers, they swept the Mets last night. So they're only a couple games behind us. So an important divisional homestand for us here, 6 games coming up.
All right, and let's talk a little bit, because I haven't seen you since the announcement was made with the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes.
Talk about who are the newest members of the Hall of Fame going to be.
75th anniversary of the 1948 world champion Cleveland Indians. I think the last piece of the puzzle to celebrate and honor Dale Mitchell. Dale Mitchell was thought of as one of the top defensive outfielders in his era. There were many who thought he was on par with Willie Mays and et cetera for being just a premier defensive outfielder. And he also happened to have a career batting average over 300, was stellar for us, a couple-time All-Star. So we wanted to honor Dale and put an exclamation point on the 48 ball club. Then we went to the 90s, the powerhouse teams of the 90s. Manny Ramirez could be thought of as his generation, the best right-handed hitter. I would sit and argue for a long time with anybody who wants to discuss who were the top right-handed hitters of that generation. Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. from the left side. You got Miguel Cabrera a little bit, although he's still playing. But from the right side, you could argue Manny was one of the premier, if not the premier, right-handed hitter. He had 165 RBIs one year for us in 1999. And just a remarkable season. Multiple Silver Slugger Award winner with us. I know he had issues in Boston and Dodgers with the PEDs, but never with us. Just a lovable, hardworking.
Yeah.
And I'll emphasize that, Pam. I mean, an incredible, hardworking young man in the batting cages with Albert and Jimmy. And those guys, Carlos, they spent hours upon hours in that batting cage. Blessed with some hand-eye coordination, of course, but
yeah,
the hard work they put in made him one of the best of his time. So it's going to be fun to have the family of Dale Mitchell in town, and then Manny and his mom and his wife and kids and a number of the guys.
When does that happen? Yeah. August 19th. Okay.
Saturday, August 19th is Hall of Fame celebration. So should be fun.
Yeah, that sounds great. And I love it how you just said first names. You just mentioned first names and we all know who you were talking about.
Exactly.
That's great. Albert.
Yep.
Oh, well, you have a wonderful day, Bob. And yeah, we're going to make this a good homestand. How's that sound?
I love it. We need it. Yeah.
All right.
Always fun to visit, Pam. You take care.
Thanks, Bob. Good seeing you.
Go Guardians.
Coming up in minutes.